Hi everyone, my name is Sheila and we're about to do a stretch body awareness class. Let's start with our feet right underneath our hips in a parallel position and reach our arms up. We're going to bend our knees and allow our arms to go down and back, come up as we bend and straighten the legs. So we're basically doing figure eights with our body here, with our upper body, and drop down, up and around, and one more time. Down, up and around, down, up and around. Let's leave our arms up and reach up and stretch through the rib cage. Lift and up. Two more. Reach and up and reach and up. Now we're going to reach over to the diagonal. So we've got a crossing over diagonal position and reach. Good. Just opening up the rib cage a little bit more on the sides there and reach and out, and once more, reach and out, coming up right. Let's bring the arms down, drop the hips down, lift the arms up, and open up the chest a little bit. And head goes down, back of the neck gets a stretch. Lift and open. Two more. Drop down, lift, up and open. Last time, drop down, lift, up, and open. Excellent. Let's come into a wider position, still parallel, and just work with our knees. Hands can be on the hips. Knees go out over the toes. Shift over and shift and shift. Two more sets. Over and over. And last one, over and over. Bringing the arms up, we're going to take those figure eights, but bend your knees in this wider position, out and around. Drop down, up and around. Drop down, up and around. Keep going. We have two more sets. Over to the right, to the left, and let that head go with you. Drop it over and over. Coming up right. This time, let's go out over to the diagonal. Those reaches out. Stretch it out. Reach. Way out there. And stretch. Last set. Going out and out. Let's drop arms and now go directly side and push. Your head will follow. So you're really moving those rib cages. Reach it out and out. Last time, reach it out and out. Now come back to center. Bring the arms up. We're going to bend the knees, make sure they go out over the toes as the head goes down. So we're reversing what we did before in our more closed second parallel position there. Drop. Coming up, lifting the arc up with the chin and drop down with the chin. And last time, lifting up, arcing down, and come up right. Good. Let's go into a rotated position here. And again, shift the weight. So we're going from one knee over to the other, shifting away from one leg to the other, making sure that knee goes out over the toe. Good. And here we go again. Reach out and out. Last time. Coming out and out. Once again, arms come up. We're going to take those figure eights with the arms, but in this rotated position, shifting weight, which may include a little bit of a balance challenge for some of you. We have two more. Letting the head go with it and shift and change and over and shift and change. Coming up, right? Let's come into open position. And now we're going to shift our positioning with our upper body as our arms work. So we're going to bend this knee, bring this left arm across, kind of at your lower ribcage area, feeling that knee going out to the side as you cross and twist. Shift, cross, and twist. Beautiful. Keep going. Feel that twist in the upper spine. And twist. Keep going. Press it out. And shift. And we have one more. And press it out. Good. And shift. Excellent. Coming up right. Let's bring the feet in. And let's work with just the head. So our legs are right underneath our hips. We're going to drop the head down, circle around to the right, coming up with the chin to the ceiling, and drop it down, going over to the other side. So the theme of this class is figure eights, and we're actually creating a figure eight here with our heads. Going over to the right, chin up, drop it down. Going over to the left, chin up and down. We have one more figure eight with that head. Drop it down. Feel where you're getting that stretch. Lift, drop it down, coming around, circling, lift it up and down. Good. Shake that head up. Hopefully you feel like some more looseness in that neck area. I'm going to work with the shoulders, so I'm going to turn slightly to the side. Figure eight position as well. So we're going to go straight forward, lift that shoulder up, bring it to the back, and now we go straight through to the front, drop it down and back. So we've kind of squashed the figure eight up, but we're still doing a figure eight pattern with that shoulder and back. Two more. Going to the front, lift it up. Excellent. Come to the front, drop it down and back. And once more, to the front, lift it up and around, back to the front, drop it down and to the back. And just notice the difference between the two shoulders, how they feel. Let's take it to the other side. So here we go. Front, lift it up, around to the back, coming through to the front, drop it down and back, coming through the middle, lift it up and around to the back, push through, drop down. Two more sets, and going through the front, up to the back, through the middle, drop it down and back. Last one, straight through, lift up and back, straight through, drop it down and back. Good. And just come to the center and notice how that feels. You should feel like everything is sort of dropped down a little bit there. And now let's work with the rib cage. Let's just take fronts and back. So we've got the chest going forward and the chest going back. Let's take that a couple more times just to warm up this whole rib cage area. And to the back. Repeat. To the front and to the back and to the front and to the back. Now we're going to repeat doing a figure eight. Going front, circle halfway around to the back on the right side, and then we go straight through the middle and circle around to the left. Let's take that 3 more times. Going to the front, making the chest, the upper spine be the area that you're working. Front, that whole shoulder blade, rib cage area to the back. And last time, front, circle it around to the back. Good. And front, and circle it around and to the back. Come back to neutral position. Move that rib cage a little bit, see how it feels. We're going to bend our knees and we're going to reverse that pattern. So maintaining the knees right over the toes, shoulders on top of the hips. We've got the rib cage going to the back, circle it around to the right, and then to the front. Go straight through the middle, around to the left. And you may find you get some extra work in opening up the rib cage and going in this direction and back, circle around. Good. To the front. 2 more sets. Back, around, circle to the front and back, around, circling to the left. Really trying to manipulate and make the biggest range of motion you can through that rib cage to the front and last side to the back, around and to the front. Come back to center, straighten up. And again, just notice how this whole area feels. You're working down from the head. And let's go into the hips. So let's take a wider position, still parallel here. Bend the knees. Make sure the knees go out over the toes. And let's just take again, just a swing forward and back. So we're pushing forward, feeling an opening in the front of the hip flexors, and push back. And your upper body is going to counterbalance. And front and back. 2 more. Swing front and back. And swing front and back. Good. Come to neutral position. We're going to take figure eights. So we're going to front, circling around to the right, through that whole hip area to the back. Swing it through and front. Swing it around to the left. And you might have one side that feels like it needs a little more stretching and opening than the other side. So see if you can even out these half circles from one side to the other so that it's a little smoother on the side that was more challenging. 2 more sets. Front, swing it around. And you're going to notice that your lower back starts to get involved a little bit. And front, swing it around, all the way out. Good. And to the back. And last time. Front, circle. Might feel a lot smoother this last time through. And come front, circle, around to the back, and come to neutral position and straighten up. And let's just shake those legs out a little bit. And we're going to go back into it. We're going to be in that bent knee position, knees out over the toes, and we're going to reverse that. So we're going to go back and around to the right. And maybe you can get a little more action happening. You may feel a little more in the inside thighs, in the inner hip area as you go in this direction. Back, circling around. Breathe. Front and back, circle around. Good. You might have some cracks and pop noises that happen in the hip as things warm up. And around to the front and back, circling around. Excellent. We have one more. And going to the back, circle around. Good. Front and back, and circle around. And to the front. Come back to neutral position. Straighten up. And just shake out. So we've opened up a lot of these joint areas or these sections of the body. And let's get into our knees and our feet a little bit. So if you want to go onto the floor or you can stay on your mat, feet are right underneath you. We're going to press the heel up on the right leg and down. Shift up and down. Shift it up and down and shift it up. And down. Let's go through the ball of the foot to the toe. And ball of the foot and down. Ball, toe, ball, down. Ball, toe, ball, down. Ball, toe, ball, and down. Now let's spring off that foot. So we'll be doing a faster motion through those actions. So spring up and down. Change. Spring up and down. And spring. Let's take 2 more sets through. Up, here we go, and lift, using those feet, and up, and down, lift them up, and down, and lift, and down. Good. Let's take the same thing in a rotated position. So we're rotated from the hips, and we got our heels together and toes going out. So we just have the heel and down, shift, heel, and down. So you do have to shift from one leg to the other, but try to stay lifted and not sink into the hip. And lift, toes up, toes down. Good. And ball and toe and down. Excellent. One more set like this. And foot and down and lift and up and good. And down, springing off and down, off and down, spring off, going through all of those actions, lift, and we have 2 more sets, spring off, and down, and off, and down, and lift, and down, and lift, and down. Let's go back to the parallel position and take a spring to the knee. So in dance, it's called a passe. If there's a little indentation there on your knee that you can aim towards for your foot. So ball, toe, ball, down, shift, lift, ball, down, ball, toe, ball, down, ball, lift, good, and down. And let's take a little balance there in that position. So ball, toe, balance, hold it, getting your shoulders and your hips lined up, and then ball down and heel down. Let's take it to the other side. Ball, toe, lift, balancing. You might find that you wobble, but as I always say, work through the wobble. It helps your body to know that it can balance through the wobble. Ball of foot and down. Good. Let's rotate out. Now this is a little more difficult in the rotated position. Out, lift, foot, down, shift, lift, foot. Repeat it. Ball of the foot, toe, and ball, and down, and ball, lift. good, and down. Let's take a balance. Over, lift, balancing, keeping this knee rotating out. Both hips are rotated out, holding it, good, and ball the foot, and down. Let's take it to the other side. So ball, point lift, hold, breathe, good, excellent. Ball the foot and down, excellent. Let's go out back to our mats. We're going to be in a Y position. Arms are up, and we're holding them. And we're going to work through our feet, knees, and hips. So we're going to bend the knee, lift this toe up, rotate over to the other side, drop the knee down, but don't touch it to the floor. Lift it up, rotate that hip out, heel down, and straighten. Other side, bend, toe up, rotate the whole torso as the hip's going over to the other side. Open, heel down, 3 more, and 1, lift, turn it, drop it, come up, rotate out, heel down, and straighten, bend, lift, rotate, and drop, lift it up, rotate out, heel down, 2 more sets, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, straighten 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, lift 5, rotate 6, down 7, last set. Your legs might be getting tired. Lift, rotate, drop, lift it up, rotate out, heel down. Last one, bend, lift, rotate, drop it down, straighten it up, rotate out, heel down, and lift. Good. Shake those legs out. You did a lot of work everywhere in your body. Let's go back into a parallel position right under the hips and do a little more twisting with the spine work. So we're going to twist the upper spine. Legs stay straight front, and so do the hips. Drop the head down, rolling. So we're getting into that upper spine area and roll up. Repeat. Roll down. Roll up. Roll it down. Roll it up. And roll it down. And roll it up. We're going to twist, keeping the hips still, and roll over to the other side. Drop it down. And roll up. And you should be feeling this in the back of the neck. Drop it down. And roll it up. Hips stay front. Roll it down. And coming back up. And last time, roll it down. And lift it up, coming back to center. Now we're going to take the left arm, reach it over. We're going to curve down to the front, above the waist. And curve the other arm up and feel the side body stretch. And lift. Let's repeat that. Going over, above the waist position. So working more of that spine, above the waist, and up. Repeat. Over. See if you can get a little farther over and increase how far over you get above the waist there to increase more of the stretch in that upper spine. Curve to the front, around, reach to the side, and lift. Let's come back up to an upright position. We're going to bend our knees, get our core working, and repeat that same curve over to the side. Maybe get a little farther over and curve to the front, still using arms. Reach to the side, feel that stretch, and lift, and over, curve to the front. Good. Side and up. Last set. And way over, curve it to the front. Excellent. Reach it to the side and up. You still got bent knees. Reach it over, curve it, and reach to the side and come up. Great. Standing upright. Let's get into that lower back a little bit more. We'll turn to the diagonal here. We're going to bend our knees and we're going to push our derriere behind as we put our hands on our knees and our backs are flat. And let's go into our cats and cows from here. So we're tilting the hips under as we engage the abdominals and make that lower back go up to the ceiling, heads drop down, stretching out that lower back. Push through the hips and go into your arch there. Good. And roll and up into your cat. Push through, roll, and into your cow. Really trying to articulate that lower spine. Rolling, cat, and push through. Going into cow. Excellent. And roll into cat. And then push through and into cow. Good. Come to your neutral position. We're going to take the back hand and wrap it around the front of that front knee, still keeping that back flat. We're going to take a stretch with the arm, pressing against this leg and twisting. So you're twisting from the lower spine all the way back. And reach front, lift, up, twist, and reach to the back. Keeping the hips going towards the knees and up as the upper body is taking a twist against that base. And once more, front, lift it up, holding onto the abdominals, reach, twist, stretch to the back. Now swing the arm forward, we're going to reverse that. So we're going to go to the back, pressing with this hand, reach, up and over and up. Try to get your head to follow here. Bend, reach, twist, lift up and front. Two more. And then twist, reach, lift up, over. Excellent. And last time, reach it out, stretch, lift, up, and over. Excellent. Come back to both hands on the knees. Got that flat back. And we're going to just come straight up. We're going to take a couple of bent knees, pretty much into a squat to again get into that flat back position. So we're going out, holding onto the abs, stretching out the hips behind those feet, those heels, and straighten. So the spine is in one piece and you're holding on to the abs. So we're getting a little bit of work into the glutes. Out and up and out and up. Let's bring our arms up and repeat that with arms going behind us. Out, push, and straight, and push, and up. Two more, and push it out, and straight, and push it out, and straight. Good. Okay, let's take the whole thing using the other side. We've got our feet in a parallel position underneath our hips. We're sending our derriere out. We're coming into that flat back position, engaging the abdominals, hands around both knees. And from here, we're going into that cat, rolling back up, feeling the hips tilt under, and then pushing through and arch into your cow. Now, this is the second time we've done this, so you may find that you have a bigger range of motion here. Cat, push through into cow. Repeat, pushing out into cat. Excellent. Push out and going into cow. And coming into cat. Push through, trying to increase that range of motion. We have one more. And coming back into cat. And push and going into cow. Come back to your neutral position. Back hand's going to wrap around the front knee, and you're reaching with that arm up, pressing with this hand, twisting, keeping the hips where they are, with the upper body's twisting right from the base of the spine in. And front, follow on with your head. You're looking at that arm, doing that twist. Two more. Reach, lift, up, twist. Really trying to open that up. And last time in this direction. Up, reach, out to the back. Good. And swing that arm forward. We're going to reverse it. Push, press with the hand, reach to the back, lift up and over. Three more. Back, lift, up, and around. And press it back. Reach it, lift, up, and front. Here's our last one. And reach it to the back. Press way back. You've gotten probably quite a bit more in that back motion. And down. Hands come back to your hands and knees. And we're going to just come straight up and go into those little mini squats. And one, and up. So our backs are staying straight, holding on to the abs. And up, and bend. Feel the glutes squeezing a little bit to help you come up and lift. Bring the arms up. We have back and lift. Back, stay straight. Back and back and lift and back and lift. Excellent. Okay, we're going to come to a rotated out position like we had earlier on, not super rotated. And we're going to bend the knees and see if we can go all the way down, lifting the heels up and coming to an open position. Hands can come in front now. We're going to gently stretch the inside thigh here by putting the hands on the floor, your support, knees are out. And we're going to just rotate this right knee in. You're swiveling on the ball of the foot there. And out. Rotate in. Breathing. And out. Rotate it in. Good. And out. And rotate it in. And out. And just check and see if it feels like now this leg is a little bit farther out to the side. Let's take it to the other side. Notice where it is before we begin. And then we have rotate in and rotate out. Rotate in and rotate out. Two more. Rotate in, rotate out. Excellent. Rotate in and rotate out. And again, check. Do you feel like you can expand those knees out to the side a little bit more than when you first started? Hopefully you can. So we're going to slide the right leg out. So you're shifting your weight and sliding that right leg out. Trying to get a straight leg if you can. This heel is lifted. This elbow is against that knee. And we're going to flex the foot and then have a little rock back over to the bent knee. And then point the foot and you'll probably rock back a little bit more, but you're definitely getting a stretch in the inside thigh there. And rock back. The flex, push through point, and rock back. Good. Push through point, and last time, rock it back. Good. And push through and point. Good. Now we're going to slide that leg back in again, and we're going to get the other leg going out. And you're using your hands to lift yourself up so you can slide. And you may find one side you have your feet way off the mat. That's pretty normal because the mats are not super long. Let's get our elbow against that inside thigh there. This leg is rotated out. That foot is pointed. We have flex and we rock a little bit towards the bent knee and then push through the foot and point and rock in the opposite direction. And flex. Good. Push through and point. And flex. And push through and point. We have two more. And flex. Push through and point. And last one. Flex. And push through and point. Good. Somehow find yourself getting down onto the floor. You can figure out a graceful way or not a graceful way. Just getting down there. So our knees are bent now. Our legs are glued together. We've got the divine flesh out from underneath us. Backs are straight. Hands can go behind to help support you, but the elbows bent. We're not lifting those shoulders up. And we're going to rock the legs over to the side. And we're going to do this a couple of times, keeping those knees glued together and side. Good. Up and over to the side. And up and over to the side. Keep going. It's quite actually enjoyable. And your lower back likes it too, because it eases it out some. Good. And over. Excellent. Now let's come back over to this first side. We're going to set ourselves up. So upper body is facing front. We're going to bring the knee up towards the side there, bringing it to our chest. Then we're going to slightly rotate it as we go down with that knee and then open it out to the side. So here we go into those figure eights again. Lift, drop it down, slide it front, lift it up, open it out a little bit down, and reach it to the side. So your hip is getting an action doing that figure eight there. Down, move it to the front. Lift it up, drop it down, slightly rotate it out, and to the side around. And here's our last one, going down, coming to the front of the other knee, lift it to the chest, drop it down, good, open it out, lift it up, coming down to the middle, and then slide back into your starting position. And you'll really feel like you worked this whole area. Let's take it up, sit up, and just notice how it feels. This side should feel a little bit different than the other side. And let's take it to the other side. So knees bent, knees glued, twisting to the other side, making sure the shoulders don't lift. And that top knee is going past the other knee, coming up to the chest. And then it slightly rotates as it goes down and then out, feeling the opening of that whole hip, inside hip area, and come up, bringing it down through the middle, coming across, knee bends, lift it up, rotate it out and down, and then comes way out to the side, up, and continue. Here's our third one, drop it down, knee goes past that knee, other knee, and lifts it up to the chest, opens it down, and slightly rotate it out, coming out to the side, good, lift it up, going straight down the middle, down, and it turns parallel, and then it comes back, and lift, rotating it out slightly, and reaching it out, lift, up, and then comes back down to the middle, and comes back to that knee to knee position. Good. And let's once again sit up tall and just rock side to side. It will feel like you really opened up in that area and work those hip joints. And so let's pay attention to another part of your body using the concept of the figure eights too. So we're going to make our feet go towards and away in a figure eight as well. So your divine flesh is up from underneath, and we're going to start with a flexed foot. We're going to drop down, bring the feet together, come up, go down, bring them to the outside, and your leg will reflect some of this movement too. Drop down, come to the front, stretching out the ankle, lift, drop down, stretch it out to the side, good, and lift, drop it down, inside. Here's our third set of figure eights, drop it down, circle, good, and up. Last one, drop it down, circle, inside, lift, drop it down, and circle to the other side. Just for the heck of it, let's wiggle those feet out, and then let's flex the feet and just drop them both to the left. You'll feel something happen in this hip there, and drop and to the other side. So now you feel this hip working. Let's repeat that. Flex and reach over, and flex and reach over. Let's take two more sets. See if you can really push more over to the side. Really working that hip and reach to the side. Good. And up and over. Excellent. Come upright, beat those thighs out. And then let's come back into a folded position with the right leg in front. You know that I like you to have some space between your heels and your sit bones, and you want to get high up on top of them. And let's take some side stretches. So we're going to reach again, left arm over, elbow goes down. Excellent. And feel that nice stretch there. Dropping the body over so that that top hand is coming towards the floor. We're twisting. So you're getting some work on that side area here on the left. Open the arm up and reach. See if you can reach a little farther over. This left hip is staying on the floor. And again, dropping that left arm down, twisting the body over, letting that head go. And reach to the side. You may be inching down a little bit more, opening up. And drop down. Here's the third set going down. Let that head be loose. Let's shake it out. And lift it up. Last time, way out there. You might have a really different position than when you started with. And hand comes down and drop. From here, we're going to roll up in this curved position to an upright position. You might get some additional stretch through that side spine area. Rotate. And then let's go to the other side. Here we go. Arms over. This first one, you might feel like you haven't gotten very far. Reach it out. Feel that nice side body stretch. And then hand comes down and drop the head in, keeping now this right hip on the floor. Head drops. And reach to the side. Pressing the right hip down. Seeing if you can get a little farther over. Excellent. And hand comes down and drop. Third set. Reach it to the side. Way out there. Things should have eased off a bit for you. And hand comes down and drop. And last time. Reach it to the side, way out, way out, way out. Good. And hand comes down. And drop. Good. Rolling up from this position so you can increase the stretch along that right side of the spine and come up and come back to the center. Good. All right. Let's bring our legs to a diagonal position here. We're going to flex our feet, get the divine flesh out from underneath us. And we're going to rock this hip and roll it over to the side. And we're going to have the feet stay flexed and the leg as straight as you can. And we're going to allow that hip to roll, and I'll get that upper body to twist and curve around to the back. So you want to keep this leg straight up. You may feel you get a little stretch on the hamstring there. And twist as that hip rolls. And then the hip comes back, upper body comes back, and we're going to reverse the other side. This leg stays straight up. This hip is going to roll, and you're twisting to the back. Good. And hip comes down. Rolling down, this leg stays where it should be, straight up to the ceiling as the other hip goes, and twist. And you can use your arms to help you twist a little bit more. So we're getting a big spiral through the whole body, and come down, and neutral position, shifting to the other side. Roll. Good. Allowing the hands to help you, increasing that spiral through that spine. Good. And come back down. Let's take it a little faster so we have roll, twist, reach, and down, and roll, twist, reach. Good, and coming down. Repeat, roll, twist, reach, twist, and come down, and roll, twist, reach, spiral, and come down. Good. Sitting back upright, getting the divine flesh out. Let's take now a little press out with the heels there, hands are behind. So you have to really think of it working through your body. You might not see much of a movement. So we're nice and tall, our backs straight, taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're trying to push out that right foot. And then breathe in and push out that left foot. I'm exaggerating the movement here so you can see what we're doing. And let's take that once more. Breathe in, pressing out to the right. Good. And breathe in and press out through the left. So you might find that you're really sitting up nice and tall after reaching those legs out. And let's take a twist over to the right. Our feet are still flexed. And we're keeping this hip down. And we're going to roll the top of our head down and slide out over this right leg, reaching the arms out. So now we're getting more of a hamstring stretch here. Hands are down. 4 breaths. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, reach the fingers out a little bit more as you layer that upper body down along the legs, keeping the left hip on the floor. Breath in. Exhale and reach. So you're reaching and getting a hamstring stretch. If you have to have your knees bent slightly, that's okay. You should be feeling some kind of stretch in the upper hamstrings here. 2 breaths more. Breath in. Exhale, reach. See how far over you can get. You may find that you get a side, lower back stretch on the left. Last time, deep breath in. Exhale and reach. How far over can you get? Really lengthening through the spine by getting a stretch in that hamstring. Good. Walk the hands up, rolling the spine upright, coming to a neutral position. You'll feel like that leg is farther out and down more on the floor. Let's take it to the other side, twisting the upper body to the left. Roll that head down, going through the spine, reaching the hands out and coming to your first layered position here. And you're feeling that stretch on that left leg. This right hip is staying on the floor. Breath in. Exhale and reach. Second breath. Deep breath in. Exhale, inching those hands out, trying to layer the body down more onto the legs, still keeping the right hip on the floor. 2 more. Let that head be loose. And deep breath in. Exhale, reach those hands out. Way out there. Enjoying that opening that's happening in the hamstring. And last time, deep breath in, exhale, and reach all the way down. Good. And then walk the hands up as you roll up through the spine and come to an upright position. Come back to neutral. Bring the legs together, feet them out. Okay, we're going to move to the side of our mat here and work a little bit more in the hips. Backs are straight. We're going to take that front leg up, rotate it out, and flex the foot here. So our hands are going to support us. We've got the knee going out to the side, shoulders are down. We have a slight bend in those elbows, and we're trying to keep that back straight. And already, as you keep that knee rotating to the side and your back straight, you may feel a stretch on the backs of your thighs and into the hip there. And we're going to increase that some. So get your positions here. You've got your divine flesh out from underneath the hips. You're right on the sit bones there. Deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to press that whole upper chest towards that bent leg. And you're increasing that stretch. Good. Ease off slightly. Inhale. Exhale and press. Now, if you find that you could go a little farther, then you can bring your hands a little bit closer to you and increase that pressure against that leg. If you want to stay in the original position with your hands, you can. Remember that foot that's folded is flexed. Deep breath in. Exhale, press and stretch up towards that knee with the torso. And last time, ease off a little bit. Inhale, exhale, and press forward. Good. Should be quite a bit of a stretch there. And release, let the leg come down. Let's stretch that leg out, sit up tall, flex the foot in straight up and down in parallel position. We're going to push that heel away and allow our hips to go, which will make our upper body twist a little bit. And release back. And press. And just sort of slide from one position to the next by having that heel go out. Hip goes with it. And release. And hip goes out. And comes back. Let it come back to the neutral position. Legs go out. And just notice the difference between the side that we worked on and the side we have not. So let's bring our legs up and go to the other direction. We have that other leg, the back leg coming up. We're flexing that foot. Hands are behind. Elbows are slightly back. Knee goes out to the side right away. If your back is straight and you feel a little pressure there, you're going to feel a stretch going on. But let's increase that. So here we go. Deep breath in. As we exhale, we're pressing our chest towards that bent knee and opening up in the back of the hip and thigh. And ease off. Inhale, exhale, press, trying to keep our back straight, moving our chests and our spines towards that leg to increase that stretch. Excellent. And release. And again, if you feel like you want to stretch even more, you can bring your hands a little bit closer to your derriere and breath in, exhale and press, because that gives you a little more leverage to really stretch through that whole area. And release. Inhale, exhale, and press through. Good. Relax that. Bring the leg back in, sitting up tall. And we're going to flex that foot and do that little twist with the hip going forward as the heel goes forward and your body twists. And then bring that hip back. And again, press forward and back. So it's the hip and leg that's driving this action. And back. And once more. Press it forward. Excellent. And bring it back. Good. Sitting up tall once more. Just notice how the legs feel. They might be more into the floor. Let's take a little bit of abdominal work here. So let's start with pointed feet. And backs are nice and tall. Divine flesh is out from underneath us. Bringing the arms up. Let's curve and allow our hands come down. So we're engaging the abdominals and we've got C curve. Now we're going to push through the hips, roll through, and come up right. Again, roll. And let the arms come down. Engaging the abdominals, push through and lift up. So you know that the abdominals and the lower back are antagonist muscles. So you're going to be feeling it like you're working both sets of muscles, the back muscles, lower back muscles, and the abdominals. And lift up. Let's take that once more. And come down. Good. And come upright. Now we're going to flex the feet. We're going to twist the upper body, flex the hands, and repeat. So we're going off in a curve that's on the diagonal. So we're getting into the obliques. And come up. And curve into those obliques. And push through. And come up. And curve. Flexing the hands. Engaging those abdominals. Lift up. And once again, curve it. Breathing. And push through and come up. We're going to rotate the upper body to the other diagonal. And here we go. Curving to the back. Push through, lift, and up. And flexing out the heels of the feet and the hands. Push through and lift up. And curve through. Pushing to the back. And lift up. And curve it through. Good. And push through and up. Come up to neutral position. Point the feet. You should feel very high up on the sit bones here. And let's take a forward fold. So we're lifting up and we're flattening over. Feet are pointed. We're reaching out with arms, trying to get into that flat back, and then allow again the upper body to layer down over the legs. Heads are dropped. So we're doing work on both hamstrings. We did work on each one individually, but now we're working on both. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, inch the hands out and down. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, inch the hands out and down. Letting those heads be loose. Shake them out a bit. Shake the shoulders out. Wiggle the hips a little bit. See if that helps you get a little farther over. Breath in. Exhale, reaching the fingers out and down. And last time, breath in. And exhale and reach out and down. Good. Hands walk in as you roll up through that spine to an upright position. We're going to repeat that forward fold with flexed feet. So flex the feet out, make sure that the divine flesh is out from underneath. Arms come up and reaching up and over into that flat back position. Keep that flat back position as long as you can, and then you're going to lower and drop down. Now, if your knees are bent, that's fine. As long as you're feeling some stretch in the hamstring, you're lowering down, letting that head finally drop, shake it out. Now with the feet flexed, we have a more intense stretch. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, reach the fingers out and down. Repeat, inhale. Exhale, reach out and down. Letting the body lower, increasing the hamstring stretch. Third breath, inhale. Exhale, still having flexed feet, reaching out and down. And last time, deep breath in. And reach the fingers out, elbows bend, and drop down. Trying to lower the chest towards the legs to increase that stretch. Good. Walking the hands up, rolling up through the spine. Come to an upright position. Release the feet and wiggle the legs out. We're going to go into a lying on the floor position. I'm going to be putting my head towards you so that you can see what I'm doing. So here we are. We're in a bent knee position, backs are straight. Let's grab a hold of underneath our knees and then roll down through the spine. Now you can just be doing this on your mat, bringing the knees into the chest and hug the knees in. We're going to rotate the legs out and try and put our feet together here. Our hands are going to come in and go against the ankles, and your elbows are going against the area just above the knee there. And we're trying to bring our hands towards us and our elbows away from us so that we're pulling the knees out to the side as the ankles come closer to us. Good. From here, we're going to point the toes, reach the legs out to the side, press the knees out to the side, and you still can have your elbows out against those legs. And Depending on your flexibility, you're going to stretch the legs out. If you can only get to this position, that's fine. I'm sure you're going to be feeling where we're stretching, which is the inside thighs. But if you can continue on and open up the lower legs to increase that stretch, go for it. So here we are. We're holding the legs to help stretch the inside thigh. Let's flex the feet out, and then we're going to bring the knees in the bent position as the heels come together. Once again, our elbows are bracing against the inside thighs, and come back to your starting position. Let's take another deep breath in. As we exhale again, try and pull the legs, the ankles towards you as the knees go out. You may find that the heels don't touch anymore. But you've got the knees going out, and you can feel that increase in the stretch in the inside thighs. Here we go. Point the toes, and then reach those lower legs out, seeing if you can increase that stretch way out there. Good. How far can you get? Again, if your knees are bent and you're not this far out, no problem. I'm sure you're still feeling stretch in the inside thighs. Flex the feet. Good. Bring the knees into a bent position as the lower legs come in towards you. And then see if you can touch at least the toes. By this time, you might have gotten so flexible that your heels won't touch anymore. Let's try that again. Deep breath in. As you exhale, you're pulling the ankles towards you as the elbows are pushing back against that inside thigh there. So you're deepening this inside thigh stretch. Point the feet to the toes and extend out into your wide position. As wide as you can get. You can shift the hands so that the hands are in a different position. They could be somewhere along the legs. We're going to flex out through the heels. And we're going to take a little rock now, which sometimes can ease out some of the tightness in the inside thigh. So we're going to drop the right foot down towards the floor and allow the hips to twist, and then you're going to the other side. So it's gentle stretch going out to the right and to the left. And you may find that your lower back likes this roll here too. So we're going out to the right, to the left, and once more to the right and to the left. Good. Come back to your neutral position, and let's bring the hands in a position that can help you come back into that original stretch with the elbows against the inside thighs. Come to the feet pointing, and then close the knees up. And let's clasp our hands either on the knees here, or you can grab with your elbows, the crook of the elbows there, and just press the lower back into the floor. And once again, let's take a little rock here. Body loves rocks. And coming over to the other side. And once again, out and over. And rocking over. Allow yourself to really settle into the floor there. We've done a lot of work in those hips just now. And over. Good. Now I'm going to roll over to the right side. Right arm comes up underneath you, knees bend, and we come into our side lie here. So really settle into that position. Good. And then push the top hip up using this hand to help you roll up and come to sitting position. Excellent. We're going to take one more side stretch. We've sort of been doing figure eights, going on diagonal lines, and it really helps to open up areas that stay tight when we just work front and back and side to side. So our knees are bent, our shoulders are down, and we're going to drop this whole set of knees over to the side. And we're going to lift this top knee up, flex that foot, the other one's staying pointed, and we're going to drive the heel along the floor out. So you're going to push your hip away from you. And you're going to find that your lower back gets a nice release there. Good. And release it. Inhale. Exhale. Push it out and reach. It might feel like this is a familiar position. Inhale. Exhale. Because oftentimes people do a stretch like this while they're lying all the way on the floor with that twisted position of the legs, helping to stretch out that spine. Here's the last one. Breathe in. Exhale and twist and reach. Hands are helping you there. Good. And come back to your neutral position, sitting up, and just notice how that side feels. It probably feels like it's lengthened out and it feels more ease. So let's take it to the other side, legs up, rolling over to the side. Bottom foot is going to stay pointed, upper body stays twisted. Flex the top foot, bring the knee up, and then put the heel on the floor. And we're going to push out. So you're really sending that whole hip and heel out. You feel a nice opening in that lower spine. Good. And come in. Inhale, exhale, and push out. Reach as far out as you can get. Bring in some breath in that whole diagonal line. Inhale, exhale, and press and reach. Good. And last time. Inhale, breathe, and press and reach. Way out there. Good. Coming back in, stack that leg up and come to a sitting position. Let's sit up tall. And we find that you can actually sit up more tall with ease. So I hope you've enjoyed this class. Let's bring our arms out, breathing in, coming up, hands come together, and bring the hands to the heart chakra. Give thanks to yourself, to your body. And I hope you will continue to watch my videos. If you'd like to subscribe, there's a button there for you to do so. Take care.